Imagine it's just another ordinary day. People are heading to work, kids are going to school, cars are filling the streets. But then, suddenly, panic erupts. People hear strange roars, the ground trembles, and shadows loom over the city. Out of nowhere, a massive creature appears, a towering, long-necked diplodocus, slowly making its way through the streets, knocking over streetlights and trees. In the alleyways, smaller but more dangerous creatures, velociraptors, are lurking in the shadows. Above, flying reptiles with wingspans the size of small airplanes circle in the sky. Dinosaurs have returned. Not just a few, but thousands. How would humanity react? Could we survive in a world where these prehistoric giants roam once again? Let's find out. How could dinosaurs return? There are several ways dinosaurs could suddenly appear in our world. 1. Scientific resurrection. Scientists have been working with ancient DNA for years, trying to bring back extinct species. However, the problem is that DNA breaks down over time, making it nearly impossible to find an intact dinosaur genome. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that scientists found a perfectly preserved dinosaur DNA sample. Using genetic engineering, they could potentially create a living dinosaur. However, there would be major challenges. We don't know the exact environmental conditions needed to grow a dinosaur embryo, and even if we successfully brought one to life, it would be entering a world completely different from the one it evolved in. 2. A time rift. What if a tear in time suddenly opened and dinosaurs from the Mesozoic era walked through it? One minute the world is normal, and the next, gigantic creatures from the past are walking among us. 3. A parallel universe. Another possibility is that dinosaurs never actually went extinct in another universe. If dimensions suddenly collided, they could be transported to our world, completely unprepared for the modern environment. The first days of chaos. The first 24 hours after dinosaurs appeared would be absolute chaos. Imagine rush hour traffic in a major city. People are going about their day when suddenly a Tyrannosaurus Rex appears in the middle of the intersection. Cars slam on their brakes. People scream and run in every direction. Confused and frightened, the T-Rex roars and charges at a truck, flipping it over before stomping down an alley. Smaller predators like velociraptors would be even more terrifying. They could slip into buildings, hide in warehouses, and stalk people in narrow streets. Pterosaurs, giant flying reptiles, would be another major threat, swooping down to snatch pets or even attack people. Livestock and wildlife would also be in danger. Cattle, horses, and other farm animals would be easy prey. Modern predators like wolves, lions, and bears would suddenly have to compete with these prehistoric creatures, and many might not survive. How would humanity react? Once the initial chaos settled, governments around the world would scramble to take action. 1. Military response. Police and military forces would be deployed to control the situation. Drones and helicopters would track dinosaur movements, and specialized teams would attempt to contain them. But some dinosaurs would be nearly unstoppable. Ankylosaurs, with their armored bodies and club tails, would be nearly bulletproof. Gigantic sauropods like Brachiosaurus could trample entire city blocks just by wandering through them. 2. Creating dinosaur reserves. Scientists and conservationists would likely push for an alternative solution, relocating dinosaurs to isolated areas. Large uninhabited islands could be turned into dinosaur reserves, where they could live without threatening human populations. 3. The black market and poaching. Once the situation became more stable, black market traders and poachers would inevitably step in. Dinosaur meat would become an exotic delicacy, and trophies like Rex teeth or Triceratops horns could sell for millions of dollars. How dinosaurs would change the environment. Dinosaurs wouldn't just affect humans, they would completely alter the world's ecosystems. 1. Disrupting the food chain. Massive herbivores like Brontosaurus would consume enormous amounts of vegetation, starving modern herbivores like elephants and giraffes. 2. New super predators. A Spinosaurus is larger than any living predator today. Lions and tigers would stand no chance against creatures like Allosaurus or Carnotaurus. Modern predators would be forced to flee or go extinct. 3. Environmental destruction. Large dinosaurs could wipe out forests, trample grasslands, and disrupt entire ecosystems. Climate patterns could shift as vegetation disappeared and food sources became scarcer. Could humans and dinosaurs coexist? If humans managed to control dinosaurs, could we find a way to live alongside them? 1. Using dinosaurs for transportation. Some dinosaurs could replace horses and elephants as work animals. Imagine people riding iguanodons instead of horses or using triceratops to pull carts. 2. Farming with dinosaurs. Giant herbivores could be trained to plow fields, making them useful in agriculture. 3. Dinosaurs as entertainment. Dinosaur circuses and wildlife parks would become the biggest tourist attractions in history. People would pay millions to see live dinosaurs in action. However, even with all these possibilities, dinosaurs would always pose a serious risk. A single mistake could lead to massive destruction. Dinosaurs were once the rulers of Earth, but their time has passed. If they returned today, they would reshape the world forever. Humanity would have to adapt quickly, but in the end, we would likely still remain the dominant species unless we made a mistake that let them take over. But what do you think? Could we survive in a world filled with dinosaurs? Let me know in the comments.